At school, they called me Thrift Store Tommy. I was the kid who wore the same 3 outfits on rotation. The kid everyone made fun of. What they didn't know? My father owned half the city. My name is Thomas Chun. I grew up in a tiny apartment right above a laundromat. My mom was a nurse who worked double shifts. We clipped coupons, ate ramen for dinner, and my shoes came from Goodwill. But every single month, a black envelope would show up with $50,000 in cash. My mom would cry, take out just enough for rent and food, and then donate the entire rest to the children's hospital where she worked. She never told me where it came from. Whenever I asked, she'd just say, "Some secrets protect you, Tommy." This is one of them. At school, I was basically invisible. No party invites, nothing. But in senior year, there was this girl, Maya. She actually treated me like I existed. She didn't care that my backpack was held together with duct tape. Then one day, our class took a field trip to Chin Industries, the biggest tech company in the state. As we walked through the lobby, I just froze. There was a huge portrait on the wall of a man who looked exactly like me. Same eyes, same chin, same everything. The little plaque underneath read, Richard Chun, founder and CEO. That night, I showed my mom the photo I'd secretly taken. She completely broke down. "Your father never wanted you to know?" she whispered. "When I got pregnant, he was already married to someone else, a woman his parents chose for business. He offered me millions to disappear. I just took enough for the delivery and left." I asked her, "But what about the envelopes?" She said, "He's been sending them for 18 years. I never spent them the way he wanted. I wanted you to grow up real, Tommy. Not spoiled. Not entitled. That money goes to kids who need it more." 2 weeks later, a lawyer showed up at our apartment. Richard Chun had terminal cancer. He had 6 months to live, and he wanted to meet me. My mom told me the decision was mine. Part of me was furious. This man hid his whole life from me while we struggled. But another part of me really needed answers. So, I agreed to meet him, just once. When I walked into his penthouse, Richard Chun was so much thinner than his portrait, with oxygen tubes in his nose. But his eyes lit up the second he saw me. "You look just like I did at your age," he said softly. "I've made so many mistakes, Thomas. But watching you from afar, seeing the man your mother raised, you're my greatest achievement, even if I can't take any credit for it." Then, he slid a document across the table. It was his will. He was leaving me everything. For $0.7 billion. I looked him in the eye and said, "I don't want it." He just smiled. "Your mother raised you right. But this isn't about want, son. It's about what you'll do with it." 6 months later, Richard Chun passed away. I inherited it all. And just like my mom taught me, I kept only what I needed. The rest? I built the largest scholarship fund in the country for kids just like me. The ones wearing thrift store clothes who deserve a real shot. My name is Thomas Chun. I was the secret billionaire's child. And now I'm making sure no kid has to stay a secret ever again. Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe.